I have decided that I will no longer be doing Sidemen videos.
KSI recently has just left the Sidemen high and dry. KSI told them he would be going to Walmart to pick up some milk, but deep down he knew he was done with the group. In all seriousness, this was some shocking news to everyone. Even the Sidemen didn't even expect this from JJ. And they first started making videos together back in 2013 playing GTA on Skype calls. This is actually not the first time KSI has left the Sidemen as well, so who knows if this is all one big bullshit lie. The last time he left, the entire group made a series of diss tracks which were fake and meant to get them all more attention. In 2017, he made a video oddly similar, but this time this seems way more legit, as the Sidemen would publicly announce this situation to their social media platforms. KSI stated himself that he wanted to leave the group behind to spend more quality time with his family, but some people believe that is bullshit. Some say he was no longer enjoying being a part of the Sidemen and misses his boyfriend Logan Paul. He also wanted to grow and change his content up to compete with Mr. Beast and iShow Speed and have an audience across the entire world, which the Sidemen couldn't grow into. He probably even thought he was better off without the Sidemen altogether, since KSI is the most popular member among the group. The biggest concern of this entire situation is how KSI has handled leaving the Sidemen. This has been JJ's friend group for more than half his life, and the entire Sidemen fan base were extremely pissed hearing about the news and starting preying on KSI's downfall. They even went as far as attacking JJ's editor more. It was just heartbreaking wondering how you could leave such amazing friendships behind after 13 long years, to now telling them to F off and going to do your own thing. Not long ago, I went through something similar. I got married to the woman of my dreams named Alexa. We were in a happy relationship for 7 long years. Then one day out of nowhere, she told me she wasn't happy in our marriage and wanted to try some other things in life for herself, only to find out she was sleeping with my cousin Akash the entire flipping time. I was filled with heartbreak, rage and sadness, and I nearly killed that mother yucca piece of shit Akash. Basically, KSI sounds like my ex-wife in this situation. He is in with the Sidemen. He kicked them all to the curbside without giving them any warning or even telling them beforehand that he was planning on leaving. Once after he left, KSI made a video announcing his departure and also posted onto Instagram, simply telling the Sidemen boys that he's doing his own thing and they have to deal with it. JJ wrote out on the post caption that they were all grieving because of his decision, making it sound like it was the death of the Sidemen because he had left, which sounds selfish as dog crap on his part and could have been way more professional. The Sidemen, after hearing the big news, made their own post talking about with JJ, wishing him all the best and being difficult to process for them as they were a group. And at the same time, it is not KSI's responsibility to wipe the Sidemen members' asses. But then again, he could have waited a few days before packing his bags and have a sit down with the members and explaining how all of them will move forward. Maybe even make a farewell video together. He just gave them the middle finger and went on to make 6-7 brain rot content. Regardless, you can clearly see there are two sides of a coin here. JJ addressing that he's done as an individual, and the rest of the group addressing it together. It comes off as big balls energy from Mr. KSI. The Sidemen didn't agree on KSI making an individual video himself, talking about leaving and posting it on his own channel, as he would only get to talk about his side of the story, and the rest of the members can't say balls. These aren't strangers to JJ. They are his best friends forever and wanted to give him a wonderful send-off that he deserves. But KSI couldn't give a massive dog crap about that and wants to go to the next level in his career. He even said himself that he wanted to have the biggest balls in the world and compete against everyone.
I'm trying to compete with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
He gets about 4 billion every month in shorts and about 600 million long form. I mentioned the Sidemen boys, I'm going to get more subscribers than Sidemen, and I'm also going to get more views. I've got more views than Sidemen in a month, so now I just need to get more subscribers. And then it's like, alright, cool, I'm looking at Speed now. I need to try and get more views than Speed.
Yeah.
And I need to get more, yeah. And then after Speed, who's next? Yeah. Until I get to Jimmy.
It's sad to say this is an end of an era. for the Sidemen with anything related to doing content with KSI, and it felt like the ultimate betrayal to the members. But since this isn't the end of the Sidemen, altogether a question comes to mind. Should they replace KSI? Because doing that would be an extreme challenge since JJ isn't replaceable in any aspect of creating content. Anything KSI is related to like businesses he's been a part of. If you remove him from the business, it is in big balls trouble. A big example is with Misfits Boxing. Ever since KSI has retired from boxing, the company has been a lackluster and in horse crap. But that may not be the case with the Sidemen. Replacing JJ with someone else may cause massive problems within the fan base. But one person who comes to mind as a replacement is Deji, the younger brother of KSI. This could be a good idea as much as a bad idea. It may create a rift within the family once again, as JJ left and Deji still makes videos with the Sidemen. If Deji joined, there would be a lot of opportunity for him to gain a lot more fans and fame than ever before. But besides Deji, no one else can really replace JJ as a 7th member. There are big creators in the UK like Danny Aarons and Angry Ginge that could be considered as well, but would still feel out of place. None of them have the influence like KSI does. KSI's main thing, he is in love with his numbers and being at the top. And there was no better way to get started for him, which was throwing his friend group for over 13 years straight into the garbage bin. The crazy part is his plan is working, as the video he expressed leaving has millions of views and news sources talking about his departure. But KSI's fan base, who has been watching him for over years, began to turn on him for his selfish move. With many supporters turning against him, this most likely won't affect JJ long term. Most of these situations usually fade away and people end up forgetting and move on. Just like the things he had gone through in the past, like his beef with Dante DM and his falling out with his brother Deji. Now I wonder how KSI's content will be viewed from now on, because people now well aware know he's just making videos for views and more subscribers, no matter how retarded the video looks or sounds. He has a goal in mind, and that is to eventually surpass Ice Show Speed and then eventually Mr. Beast. The truth is KSI was getting bored being a part of the Sidemen, as there was nothing else left for him to achieve being in the group. It probably felt like doing the same shit over and over again and wanting something new in his life. The entire group has accomplished a lot in their lifetime. Together they managed to get past 20 million subscribers, open businesses, collaborate with some of the biggest celebrities on earth, and make millions of dollars while being friends. They're honestly living every kid's dream. The Sidemen will go down as one of the greatest groups in YouTube history. It's unfortunate to see the KSI era with the Sidemen come to an end.